Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're catching up with me in the middle of starting chores, a little bit late today, and it's raining. But there are no chances of tornadoes, so that's the good thing. But we've had lots of rain yesterday. Hey guys. And as you guys know by now, Sulphur got hit really hard, and it was not good. There's a lot of damage down there. So we'll be in prayer for all of them. But right now, we're gonna try to get this done, Xena, before it rains on us real hard, okay? Here you go, babies. Come on. There you go. Hey, Tom Henry. So I had to duck in under the barn for a second, but we're gonna catch up with you guys in a little bit about an incident that happened this morning. Cassie was home by herself and an animal got out. Somebody left the gate open. I don't know if it was the kids or me. I can't remember. Not a big deal if you ask me. If you ask Cassie, she might say otherwise. But we'll show you that later. And a lot of you have also been asking about Sue and being out in the rain. So I was gonna show you guys. I moved Sue in here under the barn. So she's in here in the old grow out pen. So she will be in the dry. So come along, I'm gonna finish up the chores in the rain, and then we need to catch up with Cassie about something else. Turkey has hatched. One turkey so far. We'll see if any more do, and explain to you why it may only be one turkey this time. We'll just have to wait and see though. So thankfully, we have the shelter for Annie Okie and her mama, Hazel. Whew, and it's really starting to come down, but this is the life, the true life of a farmer. Rain, hail, snow. What is the, very similar to the motto of a postal worker, except we don't get Sundays off. Oh, I am now completely soaked. Not fun. Not fun at all. Hey ladies. You guys staying dry? Looks like you're staying dry. So I brought them grain, but the grain doesn't really feed very good when you don't have a pail to put it in. So I'm just gonna get them some cubes. They love to eat them anyway, and they'll eat them right out of my hand. All right. That'll be enough. We don't really want to feed them too much grain anyway. With all the green grass that they have, it could be dangerous. So these range cubes will be perfect. Hi. Hi, girls. There you go. I didn't forget about you, Patsy. I didn't forget about you, baby. I got you one. There you go. There you go, girl. Oh, well, that's about how today's gone so far. Actually, with the donkeys getting out this morning, it was a little bit of a headache, but the rest of the day has been good. Sometimes though, things happen. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video footage from this morning. Donkeys getting out, Cassie chasing after him, me coming home from church and trying to get him in.
I'm going to church because he's still on the mend, and we have some visitors. But come on, girls. Either the storms took something out or someone went through a gate this morning. But come on, girls. So yeah, I'm still in my PJs. Girls, come on. It did storm last night. Some of our friends in other areas got hit pretty hard. Everyone that we have talked to is okay. But I'm not sure what's happening here. Grabbed the first thing I saw, a bag of corn. They don't know what it is. Girls, come on, get out of the garden. Oh, Come on, let's do all this one-handed. Well, because I'm videoing, I'm even less-handed. Come on, girls. Get out of the garden. Hey. It's not working. Gonna get a bucket and see if a bucket will work. Where's a bucket? Where's a bucket when you need a bucket? Oh, and this has some feed in it. Okay. Further down the road. Girls, hey. Hey, girls. You want some feed? Come on. Come on. Come on, girls. So I've called Gary. I just went through this mud puddle a while ago, not paying attention with the stroller. That was not good. I told him he might as well come help me. Thankfully, church is like 3 miles from the house because they're getting further down the road. He's yelling at them, come on, girls. And we're just gonna wait on Gary. I'm gonna go back and get the feed bucket so maybe I can try to help once Gary starts coming down the road. So, I still don't know how they got out, but I'm thankful they got out of the garden. Oh, goodness sakes. But if this is the worst that we got after the storm, I'll take it.
Hey, babies. Come on, girls. Come on, babies. Well, Cassie found the problem. I wonder who did that. Someone left the gate open?
So the other day, this gate was wide open, and I thought, that's kind of dumb. If that other gate was left open, this one should probably be closed just in case. Well, they were both wide open.
Hey, look.
And I didn't go through either of them yesterday.
The gates are shut.
Did you go through this gate?
No, I think your boys did.
Sure. All right, go back to church.
Give me 5. Good
Next
job.
time,
Good
shut
job.
the gates.
Hey, he got him in. It's no problem. 5. Good job. So you guys could see they were being a giant mess. Why are you guys so ornery? Huh? Actually, not your fault. These gates were left open, and there's a chance that it was me, so I can't say anything, but I'm going to go along with the chores. I think I've got about half of it done. I'm going to put the camera up because I'm about ready to get really wet, but I'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit with Cassie inside to take a look at the turkey and see if it has any fringe yet. Well, I was gonna go in and make a run for it, but JoJo came out here with me. So me and Joe have been hanging out. Joe's a good boy. Oh, Joe. And the donkeys got into our bale of alfalfa. I don't think they ate very much, but they really tore it up. So now I need to get a shovel and something and take some of that to the sheep once the rain stops. So now I really am going to run in. We need the rain though, so I am not going to complain. I'm actually going to say thank you, Jesus, for the rain, because we needed it so bad. It was really getting dry. And we only had like a ½ an inch in a 3 to 4 week time frame, and it just wasn't enough. So I'm very thankful for the rain, but just breaks up planes a little bit. That's okay. So I thought we had some bad news to share with the turkeys, and I do have some bad news to share. It's raining, and it hasn't quit raining, and it's going to keep raining.
Yes, and this morning when we woke up, my humidity was bad, which I just opened this, so it's going back. But my humidity was bad. There was one that was struggling, and I was like, dadgummit, if I lose them all, I'm going to be so mad, because every one of them had pipped. So I did lose one, but 2 have hatched, 2 are still trying. Not real sure about that one over there, but hopefully. But this one right here is active, moving. Everything's good, so fingers crossed.
So if you don't know the humidity, that means there wasn't enough water in the incubator.
Yeah.
And then the humidity number that should be between 50 and 65% dropped down to about 30.
Yeah, and it had pipped, and then it just really dried out, and it wasn't good. So if you're wondering why we're in our closet, like this is because this is your first time here, my incubator's in the closet.
See that it says cooling?
because it was getting too hot.
Yeah, I was wondering if that meant, because I know you can't. I thought you had to have this in a climate controlled area.
Yeah.
But then I saw it has a cooling feature, which I didn't know. I know it doesn't have.
We should still leave it in here. He's wanting to move it outside to the shop.
How did you know? I'm like, well, if it can cool itself off, why not? So, finished up the chores that we can do tonight. Mostly, I'm going to go out and check on the chicks and the brooder later. But Cassie needs to get fuel in the bus.
Yep, I got 2 field trips this week. One tomorrow, one Wednesday.
So I'm going to load Little Bear up in the back of the van, and he's going to go with us. The kids are going, and we have to go get some fuel for the bus in the rain.
Yes, but I can't do that by myself. But Gary's great to pump it, but also there's some stuff in the bus that I need to drop off at the church that I borrowed for game day at school. So
giant, heavy volleyball poles.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason I'm
hopefully
going.
one day we'll have our own volleyball poles at the school. But I had to borrow these from the church because we don't yet. So we need to drop those off, then get fuel.
So I am a loving husband. I do pump Cassie's gas a lot of the time, anytime I can, but
he's a good one.
I would keep the baby at home right now and let her pump her own gas, but we got to unload volleyball poles, so let's go do it.
Circulation features are very limited right now, so it's going to be kind of a ragtag situation because you're going to have some outflow winds. Then you can kind of see what's going on here. So this is some rain cool air coming back around it, and so there could be in this area we could see a small lowerings and a couple of areas of updrafts that could have some condensation that looks a little bit scary. So we're going to call this.
So you guys can see that the storms are here, and luckily there is no tornado threats, so we're good with that. But I'm gonna get out and pump Cassie's diesel, and then we're gonna head to the church. Ransom had some big stories. You couldn't see nothing, you said? Huh?
Big water came, and then Mom couldn't see, and then we just had to slow down.
He don't talk so loud when he's lying. Big water did come. It was hard to see, and I did slow down, but he acted like we couldn't see nothing for an hour.
Well,
on a 2-minute trip.
It wasn't
wet.
2, it was like 5.
yeah, it is really, really wet. I would say this is probably flash flood type conditions, but the gas station's only, what, 2-3 miles from our house?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal to drive down here.
They
And
want you to drink too.
Yeah,
there's no tornado alerts necessarily. There are thunderstorms, but no tornadoes.
I changed 2 times today.
Yeah, we know.
How about 3?
You've changed a lot because you get soaking wet and then have to change into dry clothes. All right, let's check on the fuel. So I drove down to a place that usually floods pretty bad. You guys can see right now, it's not flooded. But a lot of times this water will come right over this road, and always remember, turn around, don't drown. It only takes a little bit of that fast moving water to completely take your car and rush it away. It's not worth it. Cassie didn't even come through here because it's usually flooded. She went around, but just a reminder, turn around, don't drown. So the storm is letting up, the rains are letting up, but if you have land or you plan to build at any time in the future, now's the time to drive out to your land if rain events like this, when flash floods happen, and see where does all the water go. Because you guys can see water will make its way, it'll flood different places. The garden looks flooded, but when we built our house, we're on 60 acres and we are in the middle of the land, and what just so happened to be the highest point on the entire 60 acres. So anytime it rains, the water goes that way, that way, that way, and in the front of the house it goes out. And we really almost have no chance of flooding at all on this land. So that's the ideal thing to do. If you can do it, build on the highest point, and then you don't have to worry about it. So the rain finally let up. It's almost 8 o'clock at night, but we still have plenty of daylight right now. I don't know if you guys see what I see, but the garden has a little bit of corn coming up, so that's exciting. But I want to get out here and feed some chickens and the cows to finish up chores. I was hoping it would quit, and it finally quit, so there they come running. Come on, baby! Woo! All right, so I'm gonna come up here where there's not a lot of water standing and get all of these guys fed. All right, they're all getting something to eat, kind of spread out a little bit. Come on, Shelby. Let's go feed some chickens, girl. Look at all those waterlogged chickens. I've never seen so many wet chickens in my life, girls. What are you doing just standing out in the rain instead of going in your houses, huh? What are you guys doing? Oh well. They're all making it just fine. Got a little wet, but they do have coops to get under, coops to get in. Hey, rooster. So I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but this is our little chicken that had a rough start to life. Keeping It Dutch came over and named him for us. And when Dutch was here, he named this little rooster Willow. But Willow turned out to be a William, and I just saw him doing his job as a rooster. So he's one of Cassie's roosters now. She's said he can stay around until she finds one she likes better. Oh man, I'm glad she doesn't say that about me. I can stay around until she finds one she likes better. I just dropped all the eggs and the feed. Not cool, not cool at all. Oh well, I'll clean it up. Sometimes life can be messy. That's okay. All of these eggs, if they're broken, will go to something good. Chickens will eat them. Spread this around a little bit. All this food will get ate, so it's okay. Accidents happen, what can I say? So even after my mishap, I still ended up with 28 eggs. So that's pretty good for the day. And I brought a bag of feed to fill up the mega feeder out here. Make sure the chickens have plenty of feed. And I think it's golden hour now. Golden hour, is that when the best photography happens? The sun's already down. Clouds are covering it up or something, but I'm gonna get these eggs in the house, finish up chores, and then we might catch up with Cassie and see if she's ready to move any turkeys out and get them set up out in the brooder. It is time. So Cassie is now in love with turkey poults.
I forgot to change my shoes.
Uh-oh, they're gonna get wet feet?
Well, I'm in flip-flops and it's been flooding here.
I think you'll be okay mostly. But you said you think you have one Narragansett?
Well, that one just seems like it has more white. So one full-blood Narragansett and then one black Spanish
Cross.
Narragansett.
All right. We can get out here in the light and see them better.
Okay.
So I came out here earlier. I moved the smaller brooder heater over and gave them a bigger one. Did that work?
Yeah.
And now these guys are all doing good, and all we need to do for these little turkeys are get them a couple, some water and food.
Yeah, and they're pretty fresh. They still got a lot of fuzz flying off them. Oh, look at my shirt.
You are fuzzy now. All right, so Cassie's gonna put them under the heat, and we're gonna get them some food and water so they'll be set up. And these guys are growing like weeds. Oh, they're big. And now they have a lot bigger brooder heater, so they should all fit under there. So those chicks are getting so big, we had to cover it up.
Yep.
That's not going to work.
Keep them from flying out.
Yeah, them being able to fly out, they would get out here and
Show the feed and water.
do whatever.
Say we didn't do it.
Oh yeah, they have food, they have water.
I also dipped the turkeys' beaks in the water, just in case.
And there's a good chance that we probably could combine the chickens and the turkeys, but we need to let the turkeys catch up a little bit first.
Yeah, they're small and don't move around a lot, that I think the other ones would have peck on them and mess with them.
At least for the first, 4 or 5 days. We'll see how they're doing then, and then we might move all the chickens over for a little bit because they already have all brand new fresh shavings.
Yeah.
And those 2 turkeys aren't going to use that up or make it that dirty anytime soon. So I know today's video was a little different. We tried to get something out for you guys though because Cassie is busy this week. Monday, field trip. Wednesday, field trip.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, work.
Yep, so normally her days off are Monday and Wednesday, but since she's the bus driver, she's going to be working 5 days this week.
Ooh, I don't know if I can handle it.
So as far as prayer requests though, if you guys would be in prayer for all of those down in Sulphur, Oklahoma, and the other areas in Oklahoma that had tornadoes. We're kind of used to it because we see it all the time. But if it was your life and it was your house or it was your business that was taken away, I know that you would be in much need of prayers.
Yeah, and a lot of times we see it just take out a bunch of trees or an old barn or 1 or 2 structures. We have tornadoes a lot around here, but it's usually not an entire town, downtown area and houses and all that. So we really hate to see that. So just be praying for those who are going to be rebuilding, cleaning, and all the things, and all the workers that are taking part in that.
Yep. So as always, thanks for following along and catching up with us here at Walker Farm. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.